Do we discard Pilaf? Yeah. And then Nami search your last life. Man. But that's the sign of a good Nami player. No, we do not slander Nami players here. This is a Nami slander free zone here. We do not slander Nami players here. This is a safe space for Nami players. I do. Wearing it is a bad audio. You do too. That's crazy. That's crazy. What's up all the Nami hate, guys? What's up, y'all? Darkshow TCG here, back with another video. And today I got for you my ST12 Zoro Sanji deck profile / gameplay guide. I'm just gonna jam some more games on this leader just because he's like super relevant right now. In terms of like the support he got, and then he's an aggressive like tempo based leader that can just manufacture a bunch of swings out of nowhere, right? And that's super strong into this meta because it does well into like Green Zoro and UP Luffy. It can sort of just like rush them down and then close out with things like Hoodie Jones, right? So like new additions to the deck from OP12 has been this Perona Searcher. She can search nearly everything in your deck, even this like VV, which has always been a good card in this leader. Being able to draw two and potentially bounce it back with your leader ability is really good. She can search Cavendish, another card that can just draw two and trash a card from your hand. Being able to play Mihawk into any of your forecasted slash units, so like Mihawk into the Zoro or into the Arlong or into the Cavendish feels good. I even think it can even do like Mihawk in the VV if you wanted to as well, because it's a 4 cost or lower. One note is the card does come in arrested, meaning you'll have to counter to keep it alive on the board. Or if you're going second, a neat trick you can do is play this on 3. If you don't have 3 or more characters on the board, you play this on 3, you play your unit, you attach 1 Don to your leader, then you attack, you bounce the Mihawk, and then you untap whatever 4-drop you played, making it really hard for your opponent to interact with it. Outside of that, we're also playing like the East Blue / Vanderdecken package. What I mean by that is Nami's an East Blue searcher, meaning she can search Hachan, which is a 2K East Blue card, and a Fishman for the Vanderdecken. She can search Arlong, which is a Fishman East Blue for the Vanderdecken. She can also search Koshiro, which is another East Blue target, as well as Shimotsu as like your final, or I'm sorry, your second to last East Blue target, with this EBO2 Zoro being your last East Blue target, right? Other notable inclusions, the Smoker just helps cheat Dawn. It's a slash. It can be found off of Perona. Banish is also really good, and then having vanilla stats is really good. One very important note about this leader is that it untaps 7 or less power units, so make sure you don't attach any Dawn to Smoker if you plan on swinging with them again. And all in all, I had a great time with this deck. I really like Paradise Waterfall in this deck. I say right now, I'm thinking if I were to add any cards with it, Edward Weevil feels like a good card. It has always been a good card with like the engine, the Warlord engine. But since we're doing like East Blue, the only searcher for him would be Perona. But I don't think that's bad. Just having more targets outside of like Arlong and Cavendish and Zoro to play doesn't feel awful. And then like I also thought about like some like green events too, right? So like Dead Man's Game might feel good in here. Luna, Electrical Luna probably might feel good in here, or Rashomon may feel good in here. But this is a meta where like a bunch of events are like good right now. Maybe you can even play Slave Arrow too if you wanted, but that wouldn't be searchable in your deck at all. So I think this Perona adds a lot of flexibility to the deck and how you can choose to build it. And you know, the deck is pretty nutty right now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of the deck list and the games in the comments below. All right, y'all. Okay, first game. Let's get going, man. Let's enjoy this first game. Let's enjoy the first game, man. First game against Zoro. This hand has a pretty nutty opening curve with the fact that I can do like 1 cost Perona, search for a slash unit, and then play Mihawk into Arlong, or like Mihawk into a slash unit, and then do some you know, advanced techniques on a turn after. So you play Iori. VV is the slash unit, the 2K is the slash unit, and Smoker is the slash unit. I'm more inclined to take the 2K because my hand is low in counter. And I want to be playing like the Mihawk next turn. I'm not gonna like counter this turn anyway, like the Zoro's turn anyway, because I don't mind taking the first attack. So my opponent is searching as well. They see the Tashigi from OP12, the rest Tashigi. And then they play Perona. Grab a Mihawk. Swing 6, we take. We get our Kyoshiro blocker. So here's the advanced strategy, right? We're gonna play Mihawk since we have 2 or less characters. Okay, yeah, let's clean up the Hiyori first. Good housekeeping. So we're gonna play the Mihawk. Mihawk plays Arlong. Arlong's gonna pitch Arlong, and we freeze the Zoro leader. This is, and hold on, no, we're not done yet. We swing him, use leader ability, bounce the Mihawk, untap the Arlong, so he can't trade into it for free, right? Because his leader can't attack, if he plays Tashigi this turn to try and rest the Arlong and swing into it, he just can't. Yeah, he does his housekeeping. Why leader no attack? Why leader no attack, guys? But yeah, we don't have another body to play. I wish I had like another Arlong. Not even for the freeze effect, but just to get another body on the board. But it's fine. We'll play a blocker to empty out the hand. Then we'll play VV to draw some cards. We're just going to swing 6 like 3 times here. We can also make an argument to like after we untap this Arlong. So like, yeah, we swing 6. Return VV, untap Arlong. To like not swing with the Arlong. That way, if he has another Tashigi, he can't just like rest our blocker and then still trade into the Arlong. I'm also fine with doing this because it like pressures the name of the game with this deck. Because once again, this deck just turns 1 body into 2 swings, right? I have a bunch of counter in hand thanks to the VV, so I don't mind countering out to protect the Arlong this turn, right? So it's going to be like 8, 7, 8, and then only 2 of those swings can go into the Arlong. Or he can technically do like 8, 9 into the Arlong, but I still will just like give the 2 2Ks to protect it, right? And then if he goes 9 face, then I take the 9, but then I do 2 2Ks for the 8. Yeah, so they did 8 into the Arlong. I was gonna give 2 2Ks anyway. Let's give them. And then they play Perona. Perona searches the 2K. They didn't swing with leader. I guess to play around another Arlong. We have a few cards in hand, so we do VV. Now we have a choice. We can either do like the same thing, play a smoker, do like 6 something 6. Yeah, just like 6 3 times, play the smoker, untap a Dawn. Right. But we decide to play the Nami, search for an East Blue. Unfortunately, none of our targets are East Blue here. It's kind of unlucky since we have like a bunch of targets that are East Blue in this deck, with like the 2K, Kyoshiro, another 2K. The Arlong is East Blue. I think that in and of itself is like Vanderdecken? I don't think Vanderdecken's East Blue. The others are, we have about like 16 targets, 16 to 20 targets. Anyway, because we did that, we're just gonna swing 6 3 times, return to VV, and then just leave up 1 Dawn for a combat trick. All right, we're gonna swing 7. Yeah, no, we just passed turn. Yeah, so my opponent's gonna play Mihawk, untap 4. They have 5 Dawn. They're gonna play Tashigi. Swing 8 at the Arlong. We're going to untap the Arlong with the waterfall event. Give him the 1K VV. You can make an argument to give him to give the 2K here, but we can also just like kind of kill our opponent next turn, right? My reasoning for going for lethal now is because like my opponent has too wide of a board. I don't have much counter anyway. And then also like they're a green deck, meaning that they will just die with a lot of like bricks in hand. So My reasoning for going for this lethal is I don't think I have another turn with the limited amount of counter options I have in my hand and my opponent's board. And then I'm also banking on my opponent to just not have much counter. Because I have 4 swings this turn, right? They have 1 life. They have to counter out of 2 swings. No, they have to counter out of 3 swings. And my numbers are too high. Right, so boom, they started giving me 1 case. Swing 6. Return the big guy. Untap the other guy. They had a 2K. Swing 7. And boom. 2K counter short. So they had at least 1 brick in hand, right? If they had perfect counter, which was like another 2K, then we would have been in trouble. But Zoro usually has like some amount of bricks in his hand, right? All right, next game's up against Blue Purple Luffy. We decided to take first away from them. However, I feel like second's usually better, but we still have that nutty like going first curve, right? We just need Perona to get a slash unit. Perona gets one of the better slash units, which is Cavendish. Unfortunately, like because we didn't go second, we can't do like the slash shenanigans, the Mihawk shenanigans. We still can. I just like grab him back next turn. Yeah. And then he like the Luffy only has 1 swing next turn, so I don't feel too bad having to pitch like a card. Yeah, we'll just give him the 2K. He then plays Zoro. This turn I just want to do like VV and just like swing on him. Should probably Cavendish first. Or no, I think we should play Kyoshirow just to play around God Thread. So like 1 for leader ability, 2 Dawn for the blocker, and then 2 Dawn for Cavendish. Right now we should only attach 1 Dawn to Cavendish because my leader ability stipulates that I can only untap 7s. So it should be like 7, 6, 8, play the 2-drop. We don't need another brick in hand. They get a ramp trigger, Bagua. That's not too bad, we don't mind. Putting 6 at them. Return our 2K Mihawk, our Mihawk 2K. Untap the Cavendish, swing 8 at them. I'm debating if like really like searching with the Perona. Maybe for like more gas. Okay, now we just play the Kyoshirow so that we don't get God threaded. I'm happy that the card at least doesn't say it only protects green units, right? Like despite popular belief, Bandai does balance cards. Sometimes they overbalance though, man. Yeah, he's forced to God thread the blocker. And now where do you send your Dawn? We counter here. Because we have VV. We just counter. Sure. This is a problem that I have with this deck. It's like I'm always 1 Dawn short from like doing like amazing plays. Do you know how good it would feel to be able to do like VV and Arlong this turn while still untapping the Cavendish? Drawing 4 cards this turn. Anyway, we're just gonna draw 2, trash 1. Or like, no, we can even play Smoker. Imagine if we had 1 extra Dawn, we could play Smoker, untap a Dawn, play VV, draw 2 more cards, swing with Cavendish, untap Cavendish, return that VV. Man. I'm just gonna play the Arlong now. Swing 6 at the opponent. We also misplayed here because we were supposed to play the Nami Searcher. I forgot the order of events for my leader ability. I thought it was like restand then bounce, but no, it's bounce restand. So I like nagged myself a position on board for no reason. These blue cards, we only have 2 targets in this stack, so we'll just take the blocker. Yeah. I made a little bit of a oopsie, guys. I haven't played this deck for like months. You guys can check the channel for like the last video I made on this leader. It was literally months ago. But yeah, man. So they draw G.Zoro. That's the 1K counter guy, the same one that they have on board. And then they stacked at the top. Okay, so they play now their Rush Luffy. I haven't taken life yet, so I don't mind taking life now. And then this is the only swing that they can do this turn. Oh, well, no, yeah, they can do that G.Zoro, but I don't mind taking another hit, honestly. Because we're ahead of them in life. Their board isn't that impressive, and they're probably just going to have like another setup turn. I got the waterfall, but I didn't want to use it because the combat trick could be nice. Us top decking Vander decking is chef's kiss, especially if they only have one big body. So we just go Vander decking, discard the Arlong. In a sense, they did us a favor by returning us to Arlong. They sort of punished themselves with it, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, we can't like double Cavendish this turn, but it's fine. I'm gonna swing 6 at them, take one of our guys back, take the Vander decking back, not untap anything. Kind of like green yellow law, how like we can just like bounce around bodies for value. That's why they balanced it and they made it like 2 cost or higher to bounce, because if I could bounce this Piranha Searcher, my goodness. Imagine being able to bounce 1-drops in this deck. Another thing is too is that like 1-drops can turn into like swings with this deck. Like if you don't have a body, just attach 5 Dawn, bro, because it swings twice. It swings twice. If you have like another chump on board, your other chump swings twice, man. And it's effectively like you played 5 Dawn for like a rush unit, right? Like a 5/7 rush unit. So we played VV, drew 2K, 1K, 6 at the leader. Our hand is just full of counter. We'll just pitch a 0-cost event. We don't have much bricks in this deck. I think after this game, I changed the deck list. I just swapped out the 0-cost event for a 3rd Paradise Waterfall. Our opponent is really debating on this 6, man. That could be a sign too, like them just taking a 6 is like, sheesh. Hit him with another 6, return my VV. Give me a 2K that they searched. We just played another Cavendish. We should probably swing before we play the other Cavendish, right? I think I want to leave up 1 Dawn for the combat trick. Do we just do a 7 here? Or we search for Piranha. I'm not really a fan of like searching, like, because there's nothing Piranha can grab us, right? Piranha like is only good for like grabbing stuff for on curve or for like more bodies, but I already have another body to develop. And then the only events in my deck are like Waterfall. Play another Cavendish. And we just floated the Dawn for fun. But the opponent was gonna give us a 2K anyway. Right? If they were a 5K leader, then the Dawn definitely would have gone towards the 7. Potentially we could have just done like 7 twice actually, but it's still just eating the same 2Ks. But still, I just love ripping cards out of my opponent's hand for free. Mind you, we've never had like 2 6K bodies on the board at once, like ready to attack. My opponent having a hard time. They're trying to figure out what they want to get and how they want to stack. So they take the Finosuke 2K. They're stacking at the top. Gonna swing 6 at me. I'm just gonna untap my Cavendish and, you know, gain plus 2K to my leader. That way they can't trade into my board if they wanted to. We'll take a 9 just to see what else they got cooking. They played a Rush Luffy. Swing the Zoro draw, get the Dawn back, sure. We'll block. All right. We have about 4 swings on the board, but our opponent has like a blocking 2 Dawn. Let's just swing this to see if we get a Hody, and we got the Hody. Like if our opponent just gives us a card, then we're just like free. Yeah. They have the blocker, but we still just have 4 more swings. So 6, we drew another Hody actually. Pitched the VV. They have the blocker. Let's do the 8. They block. 6K. We attack. Turn on me on tap. All right, swing a final 8, and our opponent has 3 events in hand. Yep. GG's. Like, look at the hand difference too, right? I have like 12 cards in hand. Like I didn't need a counter or anything like that. Like honestly, I could have countered in some spots and stuff like that too, especially like the last like other swings at life. But I'm looking to try and kill my opponents, right? This is an aggressive deck at the end of the day. My counter goes towards my board, and everything else just goes towards their face. That's a bar. All right, next game. All right, last game is up against Rayleigh. They decide to go second. This hand is awful, going first or second. This hand is cool. We got VV. Okay. Just play, yeah, swing 5, play VV. He's not a 6K leader, so we don't need to like, you know, attach a Dawn. And then the Rayleigh will like always take that 5. Did they reveal 2 events? Play Sanji. Make 6 we'll take as well. This trigger has no targets. And they're actually gonna swing again. I didn't have a 2K anyway, so I'll just take the life again. It's unfortunate, but if I had like another 2K, or if I had a 2K, I wouldn't be this low on life this early, but it is what it is. I have the Rush Zoro and I have Mihawk, so we can just like bully the Rayleigh a little bit. So he gave me a Searcher. Now we can do like Mihawk into our Zoro and do some more finesse tactics. Play the Zoro, tap their Sanji. Swing 6 into the Sanji. Give me my 2K back, untap my Rush unit. And because they have like, they still have 2 or more bodies, the Zoro can attack again. Yeah, we just clear 2 units here. Also, I think we swung face as well this turn too. Kind of insane, guys. Or did we swing face last turn? No, they took the Sanji. Yeah, never mind. They took life with Sanji. I'm gaslighting you guys. Pay attention. So they did double search event, drew unblockable and Kakura's Hockey. I'm sorry, they did search event, found a search event, and search event found unblockable. They swung 8. We're not countering out of an 8K, but we will counter out of a 7. Especially since I'm not expecting another attack now. They played Boa, drew another unblockable. We get it. You have an unblockable event. We get it. So Zoro to tap the Boa, trade into the Boa. Okay, they gave us the Conquerors. We still have like another 4K swing. Gonna train to the bow again. Nice. Now we're gonna swing 5 into leader because they conked. Return to VV, untap his Zoro. They took. Let's play Vanderdecken actually. Yeah, let's play Vanderdecken. Get rid of that Luffy. Really clear my opponent's board. I'm at 1 life. I can't really just like take so many hits for free, right? Revealed another Luffy. Must be nice. Then again, they did play like 8 searchers, right? And then they revealed Konkin unblockable. Into Shocky. Shocky reveal Ornament Hockey. They swing 6. This is just a 1 card counter. And they have another 2 down up. I can't hold it here because my opponent's hand, Rayleigh, is a deck where every card in his deck is 2K. So, you know. Honestly, there's some tech that this deck can put in for that, actually. This deck can play Gion. Bro, this deck can play Gion, bro. There's so many accesses for this deck, right? Like, if I didn't want to do East Blue, I could probably do like a Navy thing. I don't think there's too many good Navy targets, though. Because like the Tashigi would search like what, right? Because all the good like new Navy cards are like leader locked. Anyway, we're gonna play the Shimotsu 2K. Tap down their Boa. They don't have our rest of the one that we can KO, so we can't. We swing into the Boa. They learn not to use Conk on just a random Boa. Our hand is low because of the VV, or because we played the 2K and then we get to play VV. We swing 5 into our opponent here as well. We should swing another 5. Yeah, there we go. All right, and now we swing 6 at them. Returning the 2K, untapping the Zoro. They gave us a 2K. We should swing the Zoro again, honestly, just to get more cards out of his hands or get him to 0. I feel like the extra card matters a lot because it's notoriously difficult to get cards out of Rayleigh's hand because Conqueror's Hockey can help protect the body. Luffy is like a 6K body, which is for some reason a 6K body is hard to trade into this format. I don't know. I ain't saying anything about it. They swing 7 at me. We can't take this and go down to 0 this early, so we counter. My opponent reveals 2 events, guys. They reveal 2 events. Swings 11. We just block. Okay. Let's just start off the turn playing Sanji's Pilaf. Or Pot of Greed. We can also start with 5s. It doesn't feel good, does it really, getting hit by multiple 5s? So we got an R long. So now we have like a thing to do this turn, right? Return to VV, untap the Zoro. Okay, they gave us a conk, meaning our 5s can't get to him anymore. We honestly should have attacked with both of the Zoros. Yeah, we actually should. That's like another misplay. So it's like 3 swings I've missed out on because we just didn't like sequence properly. And we're just gonna leave up to 2 down for like combat tricks / counter events. But I actually misplayed quite a bit. However, if my Zoros were tapped, he just trades board. But if he trades board, he isn't killing me, and then once again I have combat. If he trades board, I just have combat tricks, right, to untap my guys. and then like he isn't killing me as well. So yeah, nah, I definitely should have just swung those guys before getting hit by that Conquerors for that 6. He does a 9 to me. His leader can't attack. I have about 13k in counter, so I can take this 9 and see if I can bait him into doing like Kid Killer. Kid Killer plus like King Kong Gatling. And then even if he like splits down with his other guys, I have a bunch of counters, so I'm gonna try and like bait him. Okay, we got another Vanderdecken. Okay, reveals double unblockable, buffs the buggy. Give him 1k for the Zoro swing. Swing 7, we give 2k, 1k. All right. So because he left 2 Dawn exactly up, we have Hody. Now it's time for a little math lesson. My opponent has 1 life. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings because my leader untapped something. I need to have 2 swings go through, which means he needs to block 5 swings in order to live here, right? He has 6 cards in hand. If you guys have been paying attention and counting, at least 5 of the cards in his hand should be 2k events, meaning this is like conk, unblockable, observation, or whatever, right? Yeah, it's conk, unblockable, observation. And then let's just say, for instance, this is like another 2k, right? Each of these Zoros with no Dawn up, all of these Zoros will get through for 5s, meaning that each of these Zoros will get a card from hand, right? So each of the Zoros, that's 2 cards. He has 4 cards left, right? We have 3 Dawn. We attach 1 to Arlong. We swing 7 at him. He goes from 4 cards to 2 cards in hand, right? I attach the last 2 Dawn to my leader. He goes from 2 cards to 0 in hand. At the same time, I'm untapping my Arlong. We're swinging 7. He has 1 card left because he took. And then we swing the last 8. It is impossible for him to counter out of an 8k swing with 1 card in hand and no Dawn up. So this is just what you call a math lethal. Like you can, like, barring any like ridiculous triggers out of life, like the game is just 1 here. And like also like knowing like what Rayleigh lists look like, even like 0 cost event to get out of a 7 is still 2 cards. So yeah, okay, and the last card was a 1k. So 5k, that gets 1 card. Another 5k. That's the 2k. That's the one of the observation, the ornament hockeys, I'm sorry. Now we're counting to confirm the math. So now we swing 7. So they gave me 2k, 2 Never Doubts. Oh, I'm sorry, they gave me 2 Never Doubt and ornament hockey. So now they take the 7. This should be game. Oh, they got the sim trigger. And it's a Moog pistol, Moog gun. So that just ruined our lethal. There's no way for us to win now because we don't have enough swings. That is the only way I lose is if they get the trigger. GG's, we get a little salt. Welcome to Salt Show Salt Show TCG. And then 2 2Ks, right? The last 2 2Ks. So well played by my opponent. As it goes, I'd rather be lucky than good. However, to give them the benefit of the doubt, I don't know if he did it intentionally, but he did play towards the outs of like him waiting till like the second to last swing to hit that trigger. Because if he takes that life and hits that trigger prior to any of the other swings, I just untap something else, right? No, even if I untap something else, a 5, like the 7s don't get through, right? Because if he takes that swing, right? Like let's do some film review. So if he takes this swing and hits a Mogun trigger on this R long, right? He has 0 life, and then he has 5 cards in hand, them being all 2K events, right? And then I still have 3 swings left. So theoretically, I can do like 7 here. He has 5 cards, right? 7. Like in this world, like the R longer, the Hody got hit with Mogun, right? And if Hody gets hit with Mogun, he has 5 cards. I have 1, 2, 3 swings, 0 life. These are 3 sevens. It's 7, 7, 7, right? So 7, 2K, 1K, 7, 2K, 1K, 7, dead. So if he counters at any swing, like if he counters at either one of these swings, I just win the game. But once again, shout out to him for having the discipline to not do that. Anyway, that's gonna be it from. That's gonna be it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really enjoy playing this Zoro Sanji deck, this Sanji deck. It feels nice dusting off the leader and just like doing some neat tricks with it. I definitely think the leader is actually in a really good spot right now, and you can definitely catch some people lacking, man. Surprised this leader hasn't like gotten a top or like maybe another top in NA so far, at least in EU. I know they play a lot of crazy stuff out there. Yeah, they have a preference for playing like off meta stuff out there, and doing well with it. So if you guys seeing me, I hope this video helped you. Remember to shout me out when you get your top with this ST12 Sanji leader, this Sanji leader. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Peace.